Alright, boys and girls, today we're going to be learning sections 2.3 and 2.6 together. They're pretty well the same exact thing, just a different way of doing it. In this section, we're going to be learning about how to divide with two-digit divisors. So instead of having a single-digit divisor, which is the number on the outside of the cave, we're going to now be looking at two-digit divisors. So really quickly, let's review the names and the vocabulary that are established with each part of a division problem. Give me a nice big cave. And on the outside of the cave, over here, I want you to write divisor. Because that number out there is your divisor. And then underneath your cave, that is called your dividend. And then on top of the cave, if you do not recall, that is your quotient. The answer to your division problem is your quotient, and that's where our answer always goes. Now, remembering my little nursery rhyme, you might know that if it was written as a fraction, remember, the numerator goes in the cave, the numerator goes in the cave, hi ho the stereo, the numerator goes in the cave. Our fraction would be written like that. Whoa. Let's look at a problem. Again, we're dividing numbers with two-digit divisors. Same thing as before. We really don't treat this problem any different than a problem with a one-digit divisor. It's just a tiny bit more challenging by trying to figure out those numbers because we're not used to multiplying those big numbers in our heads, and that's perfectly fine. We're going to find ways to help us with that. So we are still going to be using our dancing monkeys, sliding down. If you don't recall that, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Okay? So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to say, without going over, can 18 fit inside of 5? If I count by 18s, will I ever pass 5 or hit 5? Answer is no. So I'm going to move straight to my next digit. My 56. I'm going to put those numbers together. And I'm going to say in my head, can 18 fit inside of 56? It absolutely can fit at least one time into 56. So we have to figure out how many times 18 fits into 56 without going over. You could make a list where we count by 18s, or you can do multiplication. You can say, let's see, 18, what do I think? 18 times what number is going to get me close to 56? Let's try 18 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 72. That is way bigger than my 56. So that cannot be my number. So we try something different. Let's try 3. 18 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. Oh, that is very close. I think we have winner, winner, chicken dinner. Right there. So 18 can fit inside my 56 3 times without going over. So it goes right on top of my 6. Notice it does not go on top of my 5. It goes on top of my 6 because I divided 18 into 56, not into the 5. Going through my steps, I'm going to now multiply. 3 times 18. Well, I know, I just did it. I don't have to do it again. I know 3 times 18 is 54. Okay? Then I'm going to subtract. 56 minus 54 is 2. And then I bring down my next digit, which is a 0. Then we come all the way back up, and we do it all over again. So now I'm going to say in my head, 18 times what number is going to go inside 20? Because now I'm on division. I have to figure out how many times 18 goes into 20. Well, 18 is only 2 away from 20. So I know that 18 can only fit into 20 one time without going over. Check it off my list. 18 times 1 is 18. Subtract 20 minus 18 is 2. And then I bring down my next digit under my cave. Oh, there is no other digits in my cave that I have not used. So that means I'm done. Now watch what I do with my poor little 2. My poor little 2 is not a whole number. He is actually a fraction. This 2 will become the numerator in my answer. 2 over my divisor, my 18. So my answer is 31 and 2/18. Please feel free to check this division problem to confirm what we already know. So to check it, we will do 31, do the whole number, times your 18, and then you're going to add in your remainder. You're going to add in that 2 after you're done with multiplying. And if we've done our problem correctly, you should get that answer of 560. Please make sure you check your work. All right, let's try another problem. 4,692 divided by 22. Again, as always, I challenge you to stop the video at this time. See if you can solve that problem without my assistance, and then watch the rest of the video to check your work to see if you did it the correct way. If you didn't, then you can learn from the video and see what mistake you made and see if you can correct it for next time. Okay? So I'm on division. I'm thinking in my brain, how many times can I fit 22 into 46? Let's do our list method, because to me that's easier for this one, because 22 is easy to count by. 22, 44, 66. Where does 46 live? Notice I did 46 and not 22 because I know that 22 cannot fit into 4. It has to go all the way into my 46. 46 is going to live right here, right between that 44 and that 66. So that means I count up the numbers on top of the line. 1, 2. There are 2 numbers, so that means 22 can fit into 46 2 times without going over. Check it off my list. Multiply. 22 times 2, which is right here, right above my line, 44. Subtract 46 minus 44 is 2. Bring down my next digit, my 9. Remember, just one digit at a time. 22 goes into 29, fits into 29. But where do I find 22 or 29 on my number line here on my list? Right there. There's only one number above that line. So I know 22 can only fit into 29 one time without going over. 1 times 22. Remember, just do the digit that we put up, not the entire thing. 1 times 22 is 22. Subtract 29 minus 22. 7. Bring down my digit under my cave. Now we're back up at the top. I'm looking on my number line to see if I find 72. I don't find 72 yet. So I have to continue my number line. Continue counting by 22. 22, 44, 66, 88. 72 lives right there. I count the numbers on top of my line. 1, 2, 3. 22 can fit into 72 3 times. Check it off my list. Keep on going. The digit I just put up times 22 is 66. Subtract 6 is 6. There's nothing to bring down, so I am finished. Remember, my remainder here is written as a fraction. 6, which is my remainder, over my number on my outside of my cave, or my divisor. So my final answer is 213 and 6/22. Make sure to come to class tomorrow with any and all questions that you might have about this. Try those practice problems and see how you do. Remember, if you're confused with doing it in this way, you can always turn your paper sideways and use your lines as columns to be able to help you. See you guys tomorrow.